Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today my review is McFly's new album, Young Dumb Frills. I know I tried to film this the last time and I just didn't feel happy with it, so second time around filming it, and it's worth the wait to get new music from McFly. 10 years for the sixth album. Is it crazy? Even though McFly treated us with some songs from the lost songs, so I'll be talking about the new album Young Dumb Frills, McFly's documentary All But Us, and the announcement thing to Total Access, which we'll talk a bit more about later on. So, off the wait. So some of the songs on the album I've already heard, so for 4 songs on it, but 3 of them I've already done reviews, which I'll probably talk a bit more in a minute, but I'll just put like a wee bit what I thought of each song that I've already done a review of it. So on Young Dumb Frills there is 12 songs, so I'm just going to talk about my opinion and what I thought of each song, and then we'll talk about the documentary All About Us, and then of course the announcement for Total Access that they've put on their social medias. So the first song on the album is Happiness, which is a song I've already heard. So this was the first song when McFly came back to introducing to Young Dumb Frills. This song was different when I first heard it, when it made me feel happy. I think it maybe took me like the second time to think, I do like this, it's upbeat, it's like a happy song, you get samba, trying to think what else I put in my notes. Yeah, but it's like a party vibe to it. But I've already done like a review of this, so I'll put this in the description if you want to watch my review on Happiness. So second song is another song about love. I know like in the past McFly would usually wrote songs about like relationship and heartbreak, but I think it's just cool that it's put like no song about love, another song about love. But to be honest, I know what McFly are doing again. They're not just sticking to like one kind of style gender music, like a pop and rock usually vibe to, because like album 5, Above Noise, even though it's not like the best album in the world, I mean, that McFly made, but there's like some songs that I still love, and even though I've got the opportunity to hear and like it live, of course, like their album when they did a apology tour, but the song's amazing, but it's just not the best album. But then I was like a bit worried and thinking, what's this album gonna sound like? But I do like it. I mean, it's still like growing, even though I've heard it like the second time. But it's not. I don't know. It's not one of my favourites on the album. But I think the more times I listen to it, maybe, I don't know. It's just because it's different and it's not what I'm thinking. You wouldn't think it's actual song McFly, maybe like it's a band or artist, but I'll probably go, but I don't know. It's just kind of like opinion to it. Like 1 minute I'm like liking it, 1 minute like I don't know, but see how I feel when I like listen again, but I don't know. The next one, track 3, is You're Not Special. Let me see, I put in my notes. So I just played Pop Rich's song. So you got Tom and Danny's voice, like in the verses are amazing, and any song like Tom and Danny's voice together is incredible, and they're just, the harmonies are so good. So I put like piano and like a bit like electronic vibes to it. But this song, I know you probably make me feel upset again because I just said it's the last song. It's different again, but I'm liking like if like singers and bands that I like are not just sticking to one style that I used to, that me doing. Like they're trying different styles of music, but even though I'm still getting used to it, I mean, but because you wouldn't think it's McFly, you think it's maybe someone else, but I think I'm getting more into it, I mean, but it's just taking time. It's not like a bad song at all, it's just like different, but you wouldn't think it'd be on the album at all, but I still like it. I'd still listen to it. I wouldn't like skip to the next song. I'll still listen to it, I mean, so it's not too bad, but I still like it. So track 4 is Heads Up. This song is so catchy, I love it. And we've got Dougie singing, yay! Because I actually love Dougie singing in songs. You usually just get Tom and Danny singing. So you got Tom and Dougie singing. And I think Danny's in the bit of as well in the chorus, I think. I'm not too sure. But I was getting because it's a catchy, and because McFly doing TikTok videos to these songs, some of the songs on from Young and Frills, and this one, Heads Up, is on Danny's TikTok with Harry, and it's to do with the chorus, and that bit of it's got me stuck in my head. So I was getting like, it's like pop and it's catchy, and I'm getting like Jamaican, like R&B, electronic vibes. I don't know, it's just I'm thinking, because the bit between the chorus bit's giving me that kind of style, but I don't know, that's what I just kind of think. But I absolutely love the song, and I think it's one of my favourites from Young and Frills, and it's just so catchy, because so far I cannot stop singing the chorus bit, because I think, because I've seen it so many times on TikTok and listened to it, it's got me stuck in my head. So track 5 is Tonight Is the Night, and this song I've already heard. I've already done a review of it, so I'll put it link in the description, but I'll just talk about it a little bit. So this song is like pop rock, it's so like McFly traditional. It sounds like the influence of pop and that kind of style that I used to reading, but I just love the song. So it's like important topic they're talking about mental health, which is amazing to do in the song. But if you want to watch and what I thought else about the song and the music video Tonight Is Night, I put it in the description. So the 6 is Young Dumb Frills. This is the first of 2 collaborations I've got. So this is featured with Ratboy. When I first listened to it, it's like, it's so different. I know you're going to be fed up with saying it, but I just thought I didn't know if I was going to like it, because at the start of it, Ratboy's at rapping, and it's kind of like, I don't know, because it's like a song you wouldn't think it's McFly, you think maybe like someone else. But I think because the more times I've listened to it, I've kind of liked it, and I truly actually love, like, this is like the main track from the album type, because this album's called Young and Frills, so it's kind of, usually sometimes you get band artists and they've got like a song title and a song to do with the album title. But I think the more times I've listened to it, and of course they've done like a TikTok which got, I think it's on Harry's one, and it's got like Danny, Dougie and Harry. It's so funny, but I just think I've got more time to listen to it, I actually do like it more, even though when I first listened to it, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, because I've never heard of Ratboy before, I don't know who he was, but it goes really well with the song, and I absolutely love it, and I think it would be a sight to hear live. I'm just trying to think, maybe if we do get like going on tour again, which hope and fingers crossed, I was thinking maybe like Dougie or maybe Danny to do Ratboy, but I don't know. Just have to wait and see if they do perform that song live, but it's catchy and it's grown on me more. So track 7 is Growing Up featuring Mac Hopsis. So this is the last collaboration, so there's no 2 collaborations on on Young and Frills, and I've already heard the song, but I actually like the song, so it's like McFly. And if you don't know who Mac Hopsis is, he is in the band Blink-182, and Dougie is actual friends with Mac Hopsis, so that's how the collaboration came together. And this song has only got, of course, Dougie, Tom, you're in a song, Dougie singing, yay, watching happy. I actually love this song. It's so up McFly's street and style music that it's in. And I just can't miss my notes. So you only get Dougie, Tom, Mark Hoppus and sing songs, so it's kind of weird that you don't get Danny, but but you never know, you might get Danny singing his bit if they do perform it on Young and Frills tour, because I actually do love the song. And even though there's not like a Fisher video, I did talk about like the video that they put up, but I'll put that in the description. So there's only 3 songs that I've done reviews, so I'll put Happiness, Tonight Night and Growing Up link description. There is one more song that I've heard on this album, but it's later on. Sorry about that. So track 8 is Mad About You. This song is so incredible, it's so beautiful. It is one of my favourites on Young and Thrill. Tom and Danny's voice, incredible. I was like blown away, goosebumps, and I actually cannot wait to hear this song live. It's one of my favourites, and it's like, oh my god, thank you. Track 9 is Sink or Sing. Kind of weird title to song. When I first seen it, it's like, what's this going to be about? But it's only Danny singing it, but it's like incredible, it's beautiful, goosebumps. I love this song, and our favourite. Anything that Danny sings, like it's just emotional, it's beautiful. I was nearly crying a bit when I was listening to it, and I think this, and what if I can get my notes? Page. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say something a minute later on. But I do actually sing and just a great amount of song with Danny's vocal. It doesn't matter if he does like up tempo or pop, or if it's like sing like a verse his own, or if it's like his bit when he does a high note. I absolutely love Danny's voice because his voice is incredible and it makes me feel happy, emotional, and I get goosebumps. Track 10 is Like You Can. Track 10, Like You Can, is another beautiful song. Oh yeah, it doesn't sound like it does go well with Young and Rose, but if this song wasn't like McFly, like if they didn't feature an album, if it's like another band or singer that would use the song, I'd maybe think One Direction, because it was giving me that that vibes. If it's like one of their albums, I mean, that's kind of who I thought when I was listening to it, but it's just an amazing song. But I'll talk about track 11 in a minute. But even though track 9, 10 and 11 is only got Danny singing in it, which once I was watching maybe 1 or 2 reviews on YouTube, people want to think, oh, it's only Danny singing, but I don't get why people want it, because most of the songs you've got Tom and Danny singing it, and of course you've got Dougie and Harry maybe a bit, or I know not the last song on the album is singing it, but Danny's not singing on Growing Up, because of course got Matt Coppers in it. But when we had the lost songs, most of the songs on that was only Danny singing it, even though some songs did get Tom. But a lot of people were moaning, like saying, oh, where's Tom, even though he had problems with his voice, I mean. So I don't know, you can't, like, I think some songs I love, like when you get like all of them singing together, or if it's just like Tom and Danny. But sometimes if the song goes well with his voice, Danny's voice, it makes like a credible and beautiful song, and I cannot wait to hear it live. So track 11 is Wild and Young, and I've actually heard the song before, so you're probably thinking, when have you heard the song before? So actual Wild and Young, Danny did it on his solo tour, so that's where I've heard it. But I've never done like a review, because at the time I probably did talk about it a bit when it was when I went to Danny's tour. I don't know if I did, I can't remember the time. So that song is like up Danny's street, because it's like you hear his voice, but probably I don't get the writers credits. I thought maybe just Danny, but they've got the rest of the band, so they've got Tom, Harry and Dougie, so it's kind of a bit weird, because it is Danny's song because he performed his tour. And I cited, this was one song on his tour that I was wanting like a studio version, because we did get a lot of songs that he did on his tour and like across the singles. But this was the one I was wanting like live studio version. So you're getting like, cause like his idol Bruce Springsteen, you're getting like Dancing in the Dark kind of vibes. But I love the song. It makes me feel happy, and when of course when we do get Young Dumb Thrills tour, I'm gonna be so happy to hear it live again. Even though I should have wished when I was at tour in Glasgow, Danny's solo tour I want to talk about, I wished I filmed like a video of it, but I think because I'm in the moment, just want to hear it live. But if they do it on Thursday, I'm not going to film it again because I absolutely love it. And when I first seen it on like the album track list, I was kind of like worried, thinking, oh no, don't tell me they're going to change it, or are they going to change it, like just not Danny and it's just like Danny or Tom. But I'm like happy it's just Danny because the song is amazing. So the last song in the album, track 12, is Not the End. So it's like just a perfect song to end Young Dumb Thrills. But kinda when they were announcing like a video like in the studio, and you seen like a bit like when they announced like the O2 gig, like when it got sold out, and what else in the video, like announcing this album, the O2 gig. We had they actually teased a bit of Not the End, like the intro bit, because that's the song I wanted to know what it was. And then when I was listening to Not the End, I knew it was like, you actually tease us, McFly, you tease us to that song. But even though there's a bit of an intro, it's a bit long to hear. Tom, Danny, Dougie, and I think Harry as well, because there's a video, you see Harry recording, going la 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 la. But it's giving me like Little Joanna. The song's catchy. It's like Beach Boy, Beatles. The song would have been, even though see, like, if it wasn't on Young Dumb Thrills, I think it would have been either on Room on the Third Floor or Motion in the Ocean album maybe, because it's giving me that vibes too. Because one thing like Little Joanna, it's pop, it's catchy, and I absolutely love the song, even though I wasn't too sure if I like it. But I think the more times I've listened to it, I actually love it. And the end of the song is so funny, because you've got McFly and you've got Jason Perry, who they worked before on their albums. It's actually funny. It's like, so you can tour by t-shirts, and it's so funny. And I think it's Harry saying, or whoever it is, like, why Clueless, but it's so funny. It goes well with the album, the song. So the album's actually produced with Danny, Jason Perry, and one of the songs was close to Danny, Jason, Matt Cox's. But I just think this album is amazing, even though they're trying different styles and doing the music. Wouldn't think associate with McFly. So far it was number 2 in the midweek charts, because battle against AC/DC, which is hard, not me, but I think I don't know if it gets like a top 5, or if it stays number 2, then I'd be happy, because this album's been like worth the wait, and I'm proud of McFly, and I just love listening to this album. And this Care Bear, I love you. Your little rainbow, because it's like this. I don't know. Let's zoom in. I don't know if it's going to show you. Kind of like, you can see like a little bit like the rainbow in the clouds. That's like happiness. So I thought they kept like the McFly first song. I'll just talk about more the documentary, All About Us, and then the other thing. So McFly put the documentary All About Us on ITV, and it was on Saturday night, but because I was watching something else, I catched up later on. But if you've not seen the documentary, or you missed it when it came on, it's on ITV Hub, but I think there's a couple bits on the programme, maybe on YouTube, I think, which I've seen. So it's like just telling them about their fame and how they felt when they were younger. So you see there's some clips of McFly dead young, which some clips I've seen before, and some like exclusive they're shown how they got together, like getting more like famous and more successful, like getting #1 in the single album charts, winning like the Brit Award, the highs and lows McFly. But when I was watching it, I felt emotional. I was like crying because some things I've already known before McFly, and then they were talking about things later on in life and I never knew, and I thought, oh my god, absolute shocker, that I just could not believe it. Happy, I felt proud of them, to talk like the experiences and what achievements they've been through, and even though they did worry in album 6, when they performed at I think it was after the Royal Albert Hall, but at the time they were like rating album 6, like Texas and that, they scrapped it because it busted. Even at the time I was kind of annoyed, but then I was happy at the same time because two my favourite bands together. And then when after the McBusted thing they had problems, so like even though they took time out and they weren't, a lot of them weren't communicating, the friendship was kind of going, which kind of was sad and shocking to see, and like the things we're doing, like their own things. So like Harry won like Strip Club Dancing, he was doing like a lot of dancing kind of things, so it was doing like theatre shows and all like that at the time. You had Tom writing children's book with Dougie, and then of course Tom had his own children's book, and then he wrote a book with Jabana, of course, his wife. You had Dougie doing Slavery, he did like another band, he's been like acting, and then you got like Danny, of course he did his solo tour, and then he did The Voice Kids. But I was kind of shocked when Danny did his solo tour, that because like the rest of the band did see him at the time when watching one of the dates, I think it's like London date or something like that. But when watching the documentary, so I think, because I think a lot of my five fans who went to the tour, to Danny's like solo tour, wanted to take an actual studio album. But when I was watching the documentary, they were kind of like jealous because he's like being a solo player, and thinking, I could not believe it. Tom said if he released his album, like the band, but I was like, you kidding me? Because I wish it was like most the old songs. Can't speak at the moment. Like the solo songs that Danny did in the tour, I wish there was like more of the studio versions of it. But I'm happy that even though McFly took the time out, and even though the thing that broke McFly up because like lack of communication and not talking to each other and friendship, and even though they got help and therapy to getting together and talking about like the issues and what they think, got them back together, and I'm happy that they're talking about things that maybe they never knew about, or most important things to help them out, because I don't know if McFly broke up, I don't know how to cope, because they've been like a big part of my childhood and growing up, and they've made me feel happy every time I've like listened to music or watching them perform a TV programme or award show or seeing them tour. They make me happy. And I think like when I was like younger, I used to do like a lot of cheesy pop music, and I think like growing up like teenager years, I've got into more bands, and my music changed. My music styles like changed now and again, and I'm like listening like bands and singers that I wouldn't think I'd like, but I think like more grown up, I'm like more things that I wouldn't think in the past. And we did get them performing like a little gig with their partners and the kids and Uncle Dougie, yay! So you had Izzy with Kit and Lola, you had Georgia with Cooper, and you had Jabana with Buzz, Buddy and Mix. So it's like cute and adorable, and it made me happy. We performed Tonight's the Night, Heart Never Lie, amazing emotional song every time I hear it, and I don't get fed up hearing it. I feel happy, I feel emotional. And then the last song before was Happiness, and then they just talked about it a wee bit after it, and I was like, thank you McFly for sharing this documentary. I'm proud, I'm happy with you. You made me emotional, and even though we've got this album, Young and Frills, I'm excited, like, whenever things get back to normal, when that'll be, fingers crossed, and we do get the tour, I'll be happy hearing the new songs, and of course those songs live again, and then more music and whatever else McFly has in the future, which will be exciting. And speaking of future things, McFly have announced Total Access, so it's kind of something similar to what they did before to Super City, which I'll show you something in a minute. I'll just come back in a minute. Right, I'm back. So you probably think, what are you talking about? If you're too like Galaxy defending McFly fan, you probably, they did like a section before. This is Super City. See, this great kind of thing in game when you described it. So that's the thing. Oh God, let me in, McFly. Can I use it when I do anything? So I don't know if we'll get the same thing again, that little package when we subscribed to it on Friday at 9 o'clock. So that'll be annoying getting up early in the morning. Thanks McFly. So that is the 20th of November. So they're getting like different exclusive content. So it's kind of something similar to what they did to Super City. But I think it'll be different to Super City, but just hoping that when everyone's trying to get onto it and subscribing 9 o'clock on Friday, hope it does not crash, which happened the last time to the Super City thing. When you're trying to subscribe and get to it, it crashed, and that's how it waited a long time to get in it. So they did say the first thing that they're going to put on Total Access will be the O2 gig, which I was kind of gutted I didn't get to go because it was London and it was a Wednesday night, which kind of weird, but could be an ideal for the weekend. But they have been teasing us with some footage from that gig, because they put it on, I've seen it twice, but now I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, the announcement video for Coach John and Frills, and then they have teased a bit of clip of Stargirl from it on the documentary All But Us, and I've been wanting to get into watch it. I thought maybe they'll put it on DVD, I thought maybe they'll do like, you get the album and then maybe like the O2 gig, but I'm looking forward to watching it. So you get that. So they've got like a studio, McFly HQ, but they're calling it, which I'm seeing it in the interview which Danny and Harry did, they're saying MTV because it's McFly Total Access. And then we'll get like podcasts that they did before, like within the Super City. You'll be getting like live shows, you're probably getting like behind the scenes, and them writing, because there's a studio in it, they've put other instruments as well. You're probably got Q&As, you're probably got videos, like maybe not seeing like acoustics, like songs, like all where they're performing, maybe music videos, probably like polls or something. I don't know, that's what I kind of thinking what it would be. I'll just get a bit more about it as well, if I can get it up for you, because I've kind of got that about it as well, if I can find a bit of it. So it's available from Friday, November 20th. So it's a new subscription channel. Will be every McFly fan stream with amazing incentives, including for just £9.99 a month or $99 a year. It is a bit pricey, but if you can afford it, go for the 99. But I'm just gonna go for the 99 a month. It kind of the same thing what they did to the Super City. I think it was a bit more cheaper than the time when it came out. I think when the Super City one, I think it was like £79 or £80 I think maybe a year, and I think it's maybe roughly the same amount as Zio. I can't really remember because it's been a while back. Fans will receive exclusive video content, live stream performances, band Q&As, and an opportunity to get close to McFly in a way never seen before. Yeah, so you're getting like amazing content, and it's not just for like UK fans, even though like when you see like a lot of bands and singers, they like announce things, or if it's like competitions, and a lot of people try the internet, it's kind of annoying because it's only like UK based, but I like what they've done with the Total Access. It's everyone, so it's like everyone that can be Europe or UK, so everyone can subscribe it. So good luck to everyone who is going to try and subscribe it on 9 o'clock for the Total Access. I'll try and find the link to it if you want to subscribe to it, but I'll probably get the 981 because the 981 is, it is a bit pricey, but I think it is worth the money. Not mean because a lot of the content you will be getting, but I think what the things I've said that you will be probably getting, that's what I'm just thinking, because what they did the last time was Super City, but you probably maybe get a lot of different things from it, which I think see what we'll get elsewhere. But they're saying like the first thing we'll get on it will be the O2, because it has been a year since it was when I came back, which has been so quick. Even though gutted I couldn't get to go to it that face, even though I was kind of annoyed that it was only like one gig. I wish there's like maybe like four other dates, like you gave me like one in London, one in Scotland, one in Wales, one in Ireland, like even though a lot of people do travel it, but that's kind of what I wish they did from the comeback gig. But I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm proud of McFly from, of course, from Young and Thrill. So anyone who's not listened to it, you can stream it on Spotify, buy it on iTunes, you can buy it online. I was going to say buy it store, but it's kind of hard because lockdown, so a lot of the music stores will be shut, even though probably just be able to buy it online. But I hope everyone's been listening to it, and hope we get a good position in the charts, because I think if it goes like top 5, or even though when it said like midweek chart it got to number 2, which was like amazing, but even though they're a hard battle within AC/DC, which is going to be tough for them, but if it was in the top 5, then I'm going to be happy for them. So that's my end of this review, or talking about McFly's new album Doing the Thrills, documentary of Us, and the new thing that they're doing with Total Access. So hope you enjoyed watching it. If you're new to my channel, hello, hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to watch more videos, press the subscribe button, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video and the rest of the videos so far on my channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel and coming back to my channel, thank you very much to liking, subscribing, commenting, watching, and give me so much support to my channel and to my videos, and thank you so much for watching them, because it's given me more confidence and being passionate about things that I love to talk about. Even though it could be like music, it could be hauls, it could be, well, even though it's like usually I do like concept videos and like views to it, but even because of lockdown and COVID things, it's annoying I can't like do them, even though I think I've got still a couple of concept videos I still upload, maybe from like 2019, 18 I think, but I still need a cable for it, for my other camera. You keep saying I'm going to do it, but just not a time. Press the little bell, because that'll give you more notifications when I upload my videos. The rest of this month, November, I'm trying my best to upload and film videos, even though I've got all the ideas, but then sometimes when I've got like a video idea and I want to film it on a certain day, usually something happens or I can't film, so I'm trying my best to keep up with my schedule at the moment. So I think within next week there'll be maybe 1 or 2 videos, maybe in the same day, or maybe the days that I usually don't upload there might be extra videos, but see how I feel, because I've still got a couple music reviews. I hope you still enjoyed watching them, because I just love talking about music. But this is going to be the end of this video, because if I keep talking about it, it'll be even longer than it already is. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching, and bye.